Hi, I'm Daniel Lockman, and this is Retro Camera Reviews Tech Talk, and this is
Evan Fallbaum.
Yes, founder and creative director of Movie Sauce. Which is a local company that I do a lot of work with. Evan's basically just my friend. And so the reason you're watching this is probably because you wanted to know about VHS cameras. Well, this is the Panasonic AG 196, and to Evan, this is his only VHS cameras he's ever used. I've used a few more. But we just kind of want to talk about VHS cameras in general. If you're interested in buying one, this model that I'm holding right here is actually an excellent model to get. And the reason for that is because Panasonics make a very reliable camera. All the other VHS cameras that I had purchased before always broke, and Panasonic's was the only brand that didn't break. So I think that speaks towards Panasonic's
They make good TVs
quality.
too.
Yeah, they make a lot of good stuff. In fact, you're watching this on a GH4, which is a Panasonic.
Ah.
Yeah, it's all tying together. So Evan, you normally shoot with, what do you normally shoot with?
I normally shoot with a Red Epic. I've talked to somebody recently about how I do kind of miss these form factor cameras where it's just back in the day I had a Canon XL1 that was kind of like this, where it's just ready to go. It's got your microphone and everything. The Red is just like a body, and then you have to add things to it to make it work.
Yeah, it's a very different camera.
So this is kind of nice in that it's just ready to go. Also, it's got this really nice leather pad here for the side of your head, so you don't...
Oh, is that what that's for?
I assume so.
It's a grease trap for your greasy head.
Yeah, you would think it would get really nasty, because it goes right, yeah. So when you're got your eye on the eyepiece, your ear is up against that.
Wow.
It's hard to get it on your, it's a little more tricky to get on your computer now than digital stuff.
Can you grab that cord thing over there? If you're wondering how to get VHS onto your computer, you basically have to use a special
this one's made by Dazzle.
RCA to USB adapter, essentially. And you have to have a special software to actually import it.
And it's kind of hard to find just some free software that works with these. It's just gotten kind of dated, I guess.
I think this was like $50. So shooting on VHS is somewhat of an investment. The battery. It comes with lead, they all come with lead acid batteries, and those things do not last past a few years. They will all be dead. So you will not have a battery that will work with your camera. Even if they say, don't know if the batteries aren't working. You just know that they're not going to be there for you. So you're going to have to buy them, and if you buy them, it's anywhere from $35 to $60 a battery.
That's a good point too, because that's probably the major limiting factor is we have to always think about when we're shooting. We always have to be able to plug in somewhere.
Yeah, we're always. So
literally with our Leslie Banks show, if we're coming up with a concept, we can't just go out in a field.
Well, what do you think about the quality of this camera? I've been actually somewhat impressed. Yeah,
it's actually not bad for what it, and it's kind of fun in the same way that shooting on 35, where you don't quite know what you're getting until you see it in the computer later, because the viewfinder is black and white.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The grip moving around.
So for those of you curious what this looks like right now, I'm actually filming our camera and zooming in on it.
Filming a Panasonic with a Panasonic.
I'm filming my LCD screen with the VHS camera. That's what we look like on VHS through my GH4. It is nice to have it on your shoulder, and it does kind of have that. I feel like I'm Dad.
Yeah.
Dad filming the soccer game. It's got that appeal to it.
You talk about all these functions. I've never touched any of these buttons before, by the way.
Yeah,
it has a bunch of manual controls, but
and digital zoom. What do these do even? Let me just see. I'm gonna record, and I'm gonna see what strobe does, so I can show.
See, I guess when when this came out, having these built-in effects would have been cool. But now the actual just naked VHS is the effect for us.
Yeah.
So it's there's no reason to use any of these other functions. We just want the raw VHS look.
I'll turn strobe off. Gain up. Oh, whoa.
What's the wipe button do? There's a wipe
ups your
button.
Gain. I'll turn that off. The wipe button. I just pressed it.
Did it wipe?
De-wipe. Oh, I think I have to stop recording and then start again.
Did it wipe?
Oh, it does. It's so corny, Evan. It's so corny.
I can't wait to see this.
I'm going to stop recording.
I want it to be a secret later when I see the video.
Okay. Digital fade doesn't seem to do anything.
It's camera search plus and minus.
Oh, that's for
locates cameras.
Maybe that's scrubbing or something. Oh, there's a fade button. Doesn't do anything. OCD? OSD?
OCD.
Oh, that's the optical sensor display, I believe.
Date and time.
Because it takes the date and time off.
It's nice.
Oh, there's.
I've always enjoyed appliances that have the date and time easily accessible.
Timer, internal record. There's a lot of weird ass buttons. There's focus and white balance.
Also, relative to like a modern camera this size, it's a pretty light camera too. Like it's easy to hold. You won't get tired holding it, even though it looks huge.
Yeah, it's actually quite comfortable. I do love the form factor. That's something I miss about modern cameras, and
the ready to go feel. Maybe you have, but I've never shot like anything for like dramatic use or like artistic use. It's always been because of the joke of VHS in a way.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like that.
Yeah,
for me
like
too,
it's not like it's not like I have a project and it's like, should I shoot on the red or the VHS for the for the look? Where you might do that with like film and digital, but this is more like it's almost a joke kind of. I mean,
don't cover.
Canon should make like an XL1 form factor like 4K movie camera.
Yeah.
Even the XL1 had interchangeable lenses, so the grip on
XL1
there.
was easy to shoot. The red is not very easy to shoot on.
No, I've had to buy all kinds of handles and things to add to it.
The red is almost so retardedly free. Like the red has so many options that it's so confusing.
It can be a headache sometimes.
Yeah, but
I don't even know if I've ever taken a tape out of here. That's it.
You could try and eject. Oh, you have to use the eject thing.
There's a big button that said push. I thought I could just push it.
It's amazing.
Look at that.
There's so many mechanics.
It's like, you think about how much of the camera is actually just this mechanism to hold the tape. Like, isn't that ridiculous? Like
a huge.
Basically, the whole body is really just the mechanism for the tape.
That's true.
The optics, like the sensor, must just be up here. It's
really not much.
It's really a much smaller camera than it needs to be.
So if you want to watch some VH footage, firstly, go check out my VHS review video right here. I'll put a box to it. Secondly, if you want to watch some of the stuff we've done for our special rewind show, check right over here, because that's also a good place to just get a feel for the footage. And it was all shot with this camera, and it's been 100% reliable and easy to use.
We've probably been shooting those for about a little over a year now, almost just a year.
Yeah.
So it's at least lasted us through a year and like 10 episodes or whatever of that show. So that'll be on YouTube soon too. We made a feature Danny's in. He's the star of it.
Oh yeah.
A little cross promotion there.
Yeah, Paranormals.
That'll be on there soon.
Coming to a YouTube near you.
Probably in October. Danny's in a lot of the movie sauce stuff. It's not as separate as it sounds.
No, we're pretty damn closely linked.
Yeah.
This is true. Well, anyways, Evan, I want to thank you for coming over to my house, and
you're welcome.
I promised you I wouldn't put you in my bedroom, and here we are in the living room and sharing with everybody. So
I was happy to be on Tech Talk.
Thank you for coming on Tech Talk, and we'll Tech Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Go in my hand.